When I first found out that I had cancer, in all fairness, I'm one of them guys that will always put a positive spin and take the mick. I kind of decided that I was going to approach the cancer in the same way as I'd approached everything else that made me feel down in my life. I just made a joke out of it, really. My mum, bless her, she was like awesome through the whole chemo, and I can honestly say I wouldn't be here without her. She was amazing during it. But she'll often say how she was shocked at how we would leave chemo in fits of hysterics and laughing, because it was the only way that I was going to get through it. And for weeks leading up to like having biopsies and things like that, I'd be like working on the car with Tom, who used to come up on a regular basis, and I'd be there, and all of a sudden I'd just go, "Oh, you cancer, mate, I can't do it, gotta stop." And he'd be like, "Dude, like, why are you making these jokes?" But it was for me, it was just, I had to put some sort of a light spin on it and a little bit of humor. But yeah, it was scary, you know. I mean, I think I almost masked that also with the humor, the fact that no matter how you try not to think about it, at the same time, cancer takes lives. Like there's a lot of people out there who lose loved ones from cancer, from the cancer I had. And yeah, it's frightening. You have to prepare yourself to die, because that could happen. And then at the same time, you also prepare yourself for a massive fight, because you know that if you don't fight, then chances are you're not going to make it through. So yeah, I just dug deep, and I decided that I was going to be here to annoy people still, and yeah, and I still am. We had the moment when the engine bay and stuff needed painting, and it was in the middle of winter, it was really, really cold, it was December, and I'd literally just come off of a chemo session the week before, so I was pretty rough, and I really didn't fancy obviously sitting in a cold unit trying to spray the car and paint the car. And all the lads rallied round, and I think they was there till like 2 in the morning, finishing it off, making sure that the car was right, sanding it down. And then the next day they all woke up, they all turned up again, and they sprayed the car, like all the bay and stuff, ready for the engine to be dropped back in. I just sort of kept my head up, and I knew that I had to fight. But I mean, there'd be some sort of days where like you just wake up in the morning and you'd just be sat in bed or whatever, and all of a sudden it could dawn on you that these moments could be gone soon and you won't be here anymore, and that whole sort of legacy issue and things like that. But then that helped to get the car where it is now, you know, and just ply everything I had, just plow it into making sure this car was finished. So if I did go, then there was something here that people would have to remember me by.